Mother Akasha is with you through my messenger Usa. As I begin my time with you, regarding the last song you just heard, Find Our Way to Love, this is written and sung by one of our Vancouver students, Stephen Cantera, and I am grateful that for the first time we have had the opportunity to present one of his songs to you. Also, I wish to honor Omashar, the last song that you will hear after my broadcast, I Am. This song is written and sung by Omashar. Omashar lives in Hawaii and is our main musician, singer, songwriter at our event in England, the UK I Am Family of Light Conclave. And I just wish to honor them and thank them for the use of their music. By now, many of you are aware that due to the first storm that is in the world, what I have named is this virus, many of our bigger events, including our conclaves, have been canceled this year and have been replaced with smaller events that are being held in the Vancouver area, where gatherings are allowed in the hotels for up to 50 people. At this time, the Academy hopes and is holding a vision that the Ascending Hearts Conclave that is held in the lovely Fairmont Hotel, Vancouver, will proceed in November. It is hoped that by the end of July, the Academy will know if they are able to continue with their plans for this conclave. Today, I would like to speak to you on the subject of reality, both the personal realities that you experience and the collective global realities of what is taking place in the world. By now, many of you who have been developing yourselves spiritually, today you have a greater awareness of the laws of manifestations and how your thoughts, when they are fueled by emotion and clear images are held in your thoughts, along with your words, your actions, your deeds, all come together as collective forces that are creating the ongoing reality that each of you personally experience, along with the collective reality of the global citizens of the world. Beyond, or perhaps behind, the natural forces that come together that create the experiences and realities that you have are more subtle influences, yet very strong influences that are often determined as to the values that each of us align with, the choices that we make, our attitudes about life in general, and often too, our reality is influenced by the unfortunate prejudices that we may hold. Today, I would like to offer each of you a very simple idea. I trust that in your own spiritual development, that each of you have discovered that there abides within you, within your consciousness, a spiritual center. I would like to demonstrate, to share with you how this spiritual center that is found deep within your consciousness can become a reality that you experience in yourself, a reality that influences wonderfully the personal experience and reality side of life of each of you. Today with you, as I briefly contemplate what we refer to as reality, it seems that every day that you face a reality of your own consciousness, a reality of your own experiences, and you are aware of the seeming realities of others, of communities, nations, and the seeming realities the world is facing, experiencing, or even enduring. Whether it is what is unfolding in your own personal experience reality, or what is unfolding in the experience reality of the world stage, every day is a continuation of reality unfolding that is a collective stream of your own experiences, or the collective stream of experience reality of the citizenry of the world. That is available to your awareness through technology and communications. We might consider today that individual or collective experience reality is being influenced, colored, qualified, and sometimes manipulated by individuals in their own life experience and the collective reality of the people of the world. The influence of experience and reality creates a constant motion of individual and collective realities, where some experiences change very slowly and others quickly. People individually and collectively are creating all the movable and changeable seeming experiences that do make up their daily collective realities. I will continue to emphasize these words, experience and realities, so that once I begin to make a point of how you can affect your realities, each of you may embed within yourself the truth of what I wish to share, that you may make that truth a wonderful new unfoldment. The outcome of individual or collective realities are all an effect. They are not causal. They are all an effect. Each person is contributing to their own realities along with others who share their family, social, work environment. And then this extends and becomes part of the collective global realities unfolding in the world. Individually and collectively, the consciousness of the people, using their brain-mind matrix and their heart-feeling side of life, are creating the realities they experience. Unfortunately, this manifestation of experiences and realities are too often influenced by what we see as many negative activities that are so often founded in fear, including the heavy weightedness of human opinions, judgments, and a disastrous polarization of people's beliefs. Beliefs that too often do not honor the beliefs of others. As beings of consciousness, each of you are contributing to the non-changing or ever-changing event experiences of personal and global realities. Today, a great awakening has been initiated in the world consciousness. Yet in the world itself, realities unfolding have included unseen forces, hidden forces, initiated by what might be considered the elite few who have gathered tremendous wealth and seem to have the power to influence the direction of the realities of the people and what is presently unfolding in your world. Yet, as I have stated, a great awakening has been initiated in the consciousness of the people of Earth. Today, more people recognize they can change their personal realities. And collectively, the people of Earth can come together and influence global realities. And we see this as the natural advancement of civilization upon your Earth. Yet, too, we see people's reactions to perceived realities as often more harmful or limiting than they are actually helpful. For those of you spiritually awakening in the world, there is a greater awareness now that you are all beings of infinite consciousness, and you each have been gifted a multi-body system in which you can create and manifest personal and global realities. As many of you find spiritual paths and spiritual applications to further advance your own spiritual nature, today, most spiritual paths have some reference to a spiritual center that can be found, tapped into through spiritual studies, meditations, contemplations, social and creative endeavors. This inner abiding center exists within each person's individual consciousness. This center does not exist in your physical body. Yet once each of you make contact with this indwelling center, does it begin to release new frequencies, higher frequencies, divine vibrations, and an inner radiance of light and love through the physical body, the heart, the brain, the mind, the feeling side of life. These divine vibrations bring about the beginning of enlightenment. For those divine vibrations of light and love that come from the center of your inner being is a source of light and love that has never been compromised by what exists in the world. Daily connecting with this inner abiding place allows a daily stream of this mighty invisible presence, power, and activity to flow into your multi-body system, influencing your thoughts, your assumptions, your perceptions, your conclusions, and even your words, influencing your mental, emotional, physical bodies in the most wonderful way. And eventually, that stream of inner radiance that comes from this inner center, as it flows through you, eventually flows out into the world and is a new force, a new presence that begins to create a harmonizing and a betterment and an improvement in the realities and experiences of your personal life, and then becomes part of the collective stream of consciousness that builds and begins to influence the global reality of the citizens of the world. This inner source, found deep within your being at the center of your consciousness, is a source of your own divinity, harmony, peace, abundance, and yes, even perfection. If every day you turn your attention away from the outer realities that seem to be in the outer world. And you practice turning within in meditation, each day declaring that your own minds and bodies, your senses, your faculties, your heart, your feeling side of life are now an open door for this inner kingdom, this inner center of such mighty spiritual resources to flow into your outer selves that begins to create a new reality, a new experience inside your minds, feelings, your bodies, and soon your thinking process, which is a part of the creation of reality. Your own thinking process becomes influenced. Higher states of awareness, clear thinking, and more becomes a new appreciated experience as you observe the light, the divinity of your inner God center. You become the open door in which a collective stream of mighty spiritual forces unfold within the collective multi-body system that each of you have. Soon, this begins to outpicture in your personal realities. And then, at the time of great awakening, as millions of others are doing the same, the collective realities in the world begins to change. Most of this, each of you can easily understand. Yet the point that I would like to get to is the following. You are all creator beings, beings of infinite consciousness. And every day you are using invisible forces to assist your reality creating. Thoughts, energies, words, feelings, actions, deeds, and more, all influencing your reality creating. Now, I have a suggestion for you. If you would begin a new practice, if you would begin to refer to this vast spiritual center within you as a center of spiritual reality, you will become more empowered to release the reality of this spiritual center and all its divine forces into yourself, through yourself, and out into your world of reality experience. In truth, I say unto you that what is invisible is more of a permanent reality than the seeming ever-changing realities, whether they be personal or collective. So if you will begin, because I say unto you, acceptance, acknowledgement, and then invocation. This is a mighty three-step formula. If you will begin to accept, acknowledge, and invoke, name this spiritual center, if you will begin to refer to this inner abiding center of your consciousness as a center of vast spiritual reality that is a source for you of omnipresence, omnipotence, omniscience, infinity, along with the causal forces of light and love. A mighty inner center of reality, of which each of you can source peace the world knows not of. A center of reality, when accepted and acknowledged and invoked by each of you, you by your acceptance, you by your acknowledgement, empower what has too long been a hidden source, a source that is knocking on the door of humankind, that is initiating the great awakening of the people of earth. Yet you know not, precious heart, what will happen for you if you align with the laws of continuity, the laws of momentum, and daily acknowledge and accept this mighty spiritual reality that already exists at the center of your consciousness. And then you become determined that you say to that inner place, within you, your own divine center of reality, you say to that place, thy will be done, for your time has come. A sleeping splendor, a magic presence, a holy grail. Many different names have been given by those who have made contact with their own spiritual reality and have found ways to loosen that spiritual reality from inside their consciousness, so that its presence, its radiance, begins to animate your physical bodies, your brain, your mind, your heart, your feelings, influences your spoken word, And it is not long before your lives are transmitting a frequency, a vibration that is much greater, 10 times, then 100 times, then 1,000 times, and more greater than the frequency and vibrations of the realities of the outer world and all its appearances. So simple, precious hearts. Yet the key, as all of you spiritually awaken, I encourage you to go on record with yourself, your life, about what you accept. And I pray thee well, that you will accept this mystical, spiritual reality within your consciousness. And that you will accept through introspection and turning your attention inwards and the desire and holding an anticipation to connect with what you name, with what you acknowledge. Within me is a mighty spiritual reality. And in these days and moments forward, I declare my mind, my body, my feelings, my heart, my senses and faculties, an open door as I invite the mighty God forces of this spiritual reality that abides within my inner consciousness, has always been there, always been a lantern of light, waiting at the door of my outer consciousness. Why do we use terms? Consciousness, inner consciousness, outer consciousness. It is because of the way the people of Earth have lived their lives. And sadly, many of the lives of the people of Earth are lives lived in a way in which the reaction side of life and too much attention on the outer world, people are living from the outside in, allowing the energies of the outer world, letting those energies into themselves. Well, that would be wonderful, precious hearts, if you were living in a realm of perfection, of light and love and beauty. But that's not what is in your realm, and you know that. Who, in heaven's name, wants to make themselves an open door for all the energies? Yes, there's some lovely and wonderful energies that some people produce in their lives. Yet there are too many nefarious and sinister energies in the world that seek to wreck humanity. But they will not. They will do nothing more than bring about the most wonderful uprising of humankind. But while this unfolds, there is chaos in the outer world. And who wants to make themselves an open door where that chaos in the outer world enters their own body system? No, precious hearts. But because you've been in the world too many times and experienced this too much, you must declare yourself. If you choose to stop taking on negative energies in the outer world because you don't understand how the power of your attention works, that if you keep your attention on all the chaos in the outer world, listening to all the terrible news, you are living from the outside in. And tragically, you begin to draw all those energies acting in the outer world into yourself, into your mental, emotional, and physical bodies. How tragic. Yet I say to you, beloved heart of hearts, divine balance, heavenly balance is seeking to come amongst the lives of the people. The divine feminine coming in to balance the divine masculine. That the hierarchy of your own God citizenry may come forth and take its dominion in you and through you and as you. Too long, beloved hearts, has the holy grail of life been hidden within your own inner consciousness. And I encourage you to declare that you reject yourself taking on any of the chaotic energies of the outer world. And that you declare that you accept and see yourself, your minds, your bodies, your hearts, your feelings, your lives as an open door for the great spiritual center of reality that abides within your consciousness. Accepted, acknowledged, and invoked by you to now rise up in your quiet moments of turning within, inviting the spiritual reality that has always abided within your consciousness, deep within your consciousness, to rise up, to be a force of resurrection, releasing its mighty God vibrations and golden sensations and permeations of all Christ perfection up into your minds, your bodies, your feelings. And then if you do this for a few minutes every day, watch and observe changes in your own mental, emotional, and physical bodies. Watch and observe as you make yourself your own God channel, releasing the wonderful divine assets of your beautiful infinite beingness up and into your multi-bodies. And if you do this each day, and you have the law of continuity and the law of momentum on your side, eventually this mighty radiance of your own inner spiritual reality builds and builds and begins to be a tremendous outpouring of light, love, peace, harmony, and perfection. All the mighty qualities of life that your world, that your planet so hungers for at this hour. Each of you, you face the realities of your own life. You face realities unfolding in the outer world. When it comes to unfoldment, beloved hearts, let not the world dump, let not the world unfold their prejudices, their chaos upon you. Rather, seek one unfoldment in your life. And that is a spiritual unfoldment that can come from the center of your consciousness if you will daily accept and acknowledge and invoke that mighty spiritual center that has too long been hidden within your consciousness and is just bursting at the seams to unleash its presence, its powers, its joys, its happiness, its light, its love. Delivering each of you unto a glorious state of enlightenment. If you, through choice, what you value, and determination, choose to make daily contact with what I encourage you to name as your own spiritual reality that is stronger within you than you even presently realize. If you will daily acknowledge this, and if you will call to I, Mother Akasha, to come to you, to help you in your quiet moments, to connect with this vast spiritual reality. This is the kingdom of God that beloved Master Jesus referred to. And his beloved John asked him, Lord, where is this kingdom? And Jesus responded, it is within you, John. It is time, precious hearts, that your own inner mighty kingdom, vast spiritual reality that is so ready to burst forth and unleash its wisdom into your minds, its love into your hearts, its joy into your feelings, and permeate your lives with such brilliant permeations and saturations and radiance of endless golden light and pink, pink love. I am the Mother's presence. I hold each of you so dear. And if you ask, I will not let you go. I will hold close to you. I will send my angels to you and help you to make such a rich connection with the spiritual center inside you and teach you how to make yourselves a conduit, a channel, an outpouring of this mighty spiritual reality that has always existed within you. And if you will do this for a few minutes every day, then it will not be long before the outer realities that you individually experience influences the collective reality of the citizens of Earth. And we will together ensure that the great awakening of the people of Earth is aligned to the divine plan and purpose of every precious life on Earth. Freedom, equality, liberty, justice. All of these mighty qualities and forces are found within your spiritual reality. To the magic presence within me, the Holy Grail, the great spiritual reality inside me, I say to you, thy will be done, for thy time has come. Namaste, beloved hearts. Namaste.